Alright, so we're going to be looking at the Spector Dimension 5 after it got back from my luthier. So it's been set up for G sharp standard, which is G sharp, C sharp, F, B, and E. And it's also been set up so it can have the F sharp for drop F sharp and B for drop B. So the string, as I said in the previous video, the strings I put on were the Payson drop A strings, which was a 145, 110, 80, 60, and 45. And they all got the tapered ends. That's why I picked these, because I thought, well, might as well try them out. And they're stainless steel. Never used stainless steel strings before. So that's it's going on there. So yeah. So the luthier I use is the guitar pit stop. And the guy, the name there is Greg. It's it's a small business, but it's local to me. And he set it all up for me, and he also made me a truss rod cover, because this bass I got from a second-hand shop and it had no truss rod cover. So he's like, oh, I got a piece of wood here, and then we looked at it and I thought that would look really nice against the wood, and the little bit of color there I reckon looks real nice against the gold. And so as I said in the previous video, I got all gold hardware, which is the Gotoh 707 tuning pegs in the gold. And I also got gold what they're called. Yeah, so the wood's on this bass. It has a Poplar Burl top. It has a real nice Burl top. And it's just got a swamp ash back with a maple neck and Wenge stringers going in it. It also has a really nice Wenge fretboard. And it's obviously multi-scale, and I like how they've put the dots not in the middle but up the top. Yeah, so, and the pickups, they're a Fishman, the Fluence system. So it has the pickups and their EQ system. So you got a push-pull, you got a three-way switch, has a boost and cut bass, and a boost and cut treble. And it's 34 to 37 inch. I thought that would be awesome for such a low tuning, G sharp standard, which is, you're almost going even lower to that's going to an E, a lower E than your standard 4-string. And then the extra thick strings, which is a 145, I think standard, these come with 130s. And it's been set up real nice, feels real nice. And I'll do some tone demos. It's got also, as I said, put a fresh battery in, fresh strings on, and I've got my amp set up just to 12 o'clock, just regular. And this is with, I'm going to be playing with both pickups on, and then I'll go through the switching selector, then I'll do the tool here, which I think I'm not too sure, but I think it goes from making it a humbucker to like a single coil. There's more information about that setup, but on other videos you'll have to look at that. Yeah, I think that's a real nice job. Even that little bit there matches the Spector logo, which is cool as. I like it. Anyway, this is both pickups in, I'm gonna say, humbucker mode. On the bottom, selector on your three-way selector switch. This is what it sounds like. In the middle, and then up the top. Okay, again down the bottom with the switch turned on, which I'm gonna say that it's gonna put it into a single coil type deal. Okay, in the middle position. In the top position. My favorite would be humbucker mode with the switch in the middle. That's probably my favorite, which is my second favorite would be in single coil mode with it turned up. Yeah, so really nice. Just beast of a bass. You've probably already seen, if you do watch my videos, which is whatever, I already did a cover of Cold Chamber using this bass. So that's that in an actual song. And with those, it's all one take, no editing type thing. I play it through a sound bar here, the backing track through a sound bar, and my amp, and that's how I do that's just how I do the sound. I don't have any other hardware or software doing sound or nothing. It's just straight, that is what it is type thing. But yeah, I don't know what else to say. I think I'm gonna see about upgrading the bridge though. Maybe to gold, just to match everything else, but the black does look alright because you got the black pickups as well. But as I said in the first video, that gold looks so good. on that brown. Well, they call it faded black, but it's brown. And that Pearl, Burl, so good. With and yeah, that's a nice piece of wood. That truss rod cover came out real well. And then yeah, on the back, it's got real nice figuring. And yeah, I have upgraded just Schaller strap locks just in the black. I had them just laying around, so put them on so I can use my strap with it if I really want to stand up and play. I don't know what else to say about it other than I'm super happy with it, and I got it for, I think I got the price tag. So where I think brand new, they're like 3,500. Down in Cash Converters where I got it from, they wanted 2,800. I got them down to 2,300, I'm pretty sure, because I told them that I got cash right here, right now to buy it, and I was like, yeah, okay. So what, from it's $1,200. If I bought it brand new, I got $1,200 off, and it was just missing the truss rod cover. But yeah, so I'll just put it on my favorite setting, plus I'll turn on my amp settings, and I'll do a quick thing with the tone that I got. What I played before was just it flat. I'll turn it on with my EQ and how I play, and my settings, just to show you what the bass can do once you put in your own flavor. Okay, this is my favorite setting. This is what it sounds like. Louder than what I wanted it, but it is what it is. So that's with fingers, and then I'll use a pick. I'll go 1 mil pick. That's what it sounds like with my settings on. As you see, it buffed it up. So I've got here, I use the Ashdown amps. So I use the deep setting. I leave the brightness off, and then I put on subharmonics. So as you can, so you got basically giving me this note and that note at the same time. So when I'm playing the lowest note, which in this one it's a G sharp, it's playing G sharp whole octave lower again. You You don't really hear it on the thicker strings and the lower strings, but when you go up high, you can really, it like gives it another bass boost once you're up higher. That's how I feel anyway. But we'll get into the amp in a different video. This one's for this one. So basically, if you want any more information, you can look on Spector's website, or there's probably other people out there that give a better look at the bass. This is just my personal one. I've upgraded, as I said, upgraded with all the gold hardware just because I think that looks cool. Have to upgrade. I think I want to upgrade these to gold, or even just the centerpieces where the strings actually sit, the blocks. Upgrade them to gold, just to have that little pop, kind of the same as on the back. No, see it, and it's not really coming up on the video, but I've got black screws in there just to give it something else. One, I didn't want to change the screw holes because the screws that came with these were thicker. Didn't want to put a thicker hole in it. And yeah, I've taken off the string retainer. What it was doing was squishing the strings, and it's already got a backwards headstock, which I know on like your Fenders and all that, the reason why there's like a string tree there is because it's got a flat headstock, and to bring the strings down, I don't know what it really does. I'm not really a Fender player. Haven't really had any that I like. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about it other than super happy, all upgraded. Yeah, this is just the second part of the video, just talking about it, showing a demo or two, and yeah. If you want to know anything else, or you got any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll answer them. And then if I get enough of the same question or whatever, maybe I'll do a second video addressing some stuff that I might have missed that you want to know about it. Yeah. Nothing else I really want to say. Thanks for watching.